Family in Butte, Montana for the 4th of July, where I found the Obamas in a carefree and relaxed mood.
Have we started?
What do you mean, how we started?
Have we started?
I'll let you know.
Have we started? I thought if you wanted to talk about how you started. I started in the hospital on 4th of July 10 years ago.
Happy birthday to you!
It may be a campaign stop, but for the Obamas, family always comes first.
Well, today is Malia's birthday.
Right.
I know.
And
happy birthday again.
We usually have, what do we usually do for your birthday that we're going to do next weekend, but not this weekend?
Birthday party.
So we usually march in a parade somewhere, and then it's a birthday extravaganza.
In my house.
Yep.
Sleepovers.
Perfect. So that's scheduled for next weekend.
If Barack's wife Michelle is his rock, then his two daughters, 10-year-old Malia and 7-year-old Sasha, help him keep it real by dispensing free advice on how to keep Daddy cool.
My friend Sam, she came over, and so Daddy has never met Sam before.
Sam's a girl.
You know, he's like, hi, and so he shook her hand, and I was like, you know, Daddy, you really don't shake, you know, kids' hands that much. You shake adults' hands. He's like, then what do you do? And I was like, you know, you just wave or say hi. So I do that kind of stuff.
There you go. She keeps you cool.
She basically avoids me embarrassing her by giving these tips, especially when I'm around her friends.
How do you guys maximize your time when you're together?
You know, we incorporate a lot of fun. You know, we have family with us now. We got water pistols.
And an impromptu family game of soccer followed Mom and Dad's campaign speeches filled with hugs for Dad.
Girls are having fun running around, so, you know, we're usually doing picnics and fairs and ice cream parlors and things that are fun for the kids and obviously fun for us and a lot more fun than listening to Daddy talk.
They basically cut out when I
It's like, is he talking?
You get ragged on a lot.
Let's
I
go.
do. What can I do?
Hey, when are we getting ice cream?
When are we getting ice cream later on?
Ooh,
We're getting ice
there's
cream?
Dairy Queen all
I'm
over the
sure
place.
there's ice
I'm sure
cream
we can
today.
find
Yeah.
Ice cream is my favorite food.
I love ice
I
cream.
could eat ice cream
Everybody
forever.
should like ice
Especially when it's summer.
And being from Chicago,
Out of the mouths of babes, turns out the senator isn't really an ice cream fan.
My dad doesn't like sweets.
no? You don't like sweets?
I'm not a real sweets guy.
Are you salty
He
guy?
likes
I like
pie.
pie.
He
Pie's
likes
the
pie.
exception.
Okay.
Like pumpkin pie. And
He likes like minty gum. He doesn't like bubble gum.
So yeah, we're learning a lot about you.
I don't really break out. I'm pretty conservative when it comes to my gut.
How do you talk on a daily basis?
We are calling each other at least once a day. I'm usually the one on the road, so I'm calling home, and you know, we've got a computer that has a monitor, a video feed that we use sometimes.
we haven't used that in
We
like
haven't used it
forever.
in a while.
We have issues or things to discuss with the kids. We usually do that over the phone. We've gotten used to being able to communicate pretty well over the phone.
Although Malia's much better at talking on the phone than Sasha.
Yeah.
Sasha gets bored with talking to me.
I get bored talking
Okay.
to you. I just want to see
Okay,
people.
bye.
Love you.
Love you.
How do you have an intimate moment with her? I don't know, even just venting about something without everyone knowing?
But we have our, alone time. I mean, we're not within our staff. They're good about making sure that we get space. And, you know, now that the primary is over, Barack is home at least once a week. And we're really doing family stuff. And we're going on bike rides and going swimming and playing tennis.
Barack and Michelle first met following Harvard Law School, and Michelle says Barack swept her off her feet. 3 years after they first met, they were married. It's a marriage that's lasted 15 years.
What is the most recent romantic gesture you guys have done for each other?
Barack is very romantic. That's, I mean, you brought me flowers the other day. He always brings me flowers, and we always go on dates. When he's home, we always had date night.
What's the most recent romantic thing you've done for him?
Oh,
Yeah.
I take care of your children. That is love.
That is love.
It is pretty romantic.
I think it's the little, kisses, the little, he likes to get attention. You know, it's just coming and sitting on his lap and
It also
telling him
makes
I'm proud
me
of him.
feel good when you guys.
See, yeah, your kids like
They notice.
Kids like it when their parents, you know, are all. Except sometimes when you get to be a teenager, like
it's a little embarrassing.
Sometimes people think it's embarrassing. I like it though.
Yeah, they like it when mommy and daddy hold hands and we hug and we cuddle.
But when you come home, you know, you have your big gigantic bag and you leave it in the mudroom. Sometimes I trip over it.
Yeah, you leave your bag.
I do trip
everything, and it's heavy.
That's
right.
I'm putting it down because
it's right in the front door.
Eager
it's like
to
he's
come
home.
and see you guys.
That's a good one. That's one. I'd stub my
well,
toe on
fair
that
is
bag.
fair.
And Daddy,
Senator, do you have any?
Wait, we've got one more.
Bag on my shoes.
On your shoes?
In the mudroom,
Oh,
where the shoes go.
I swear.
you're guilty of such crimes.
I stand accused.
Well, what do we do?
Yeah.
Oh, look,
Make it quick.
they're all perfect.
Yeah.
Nice answer.
No.
I know what I do.
What do? You tell stories.
You tell long stories.
Oh, but there was plenty to talk about in the Obama's first interview as a family at the World Museum of Mining during the senator's July 4th campaign stop in Montana. What could you guys do that mommy and daddy would get really mad at? Like, what are the rules in the house that you could break? Whining, yeah, whining's bad.
And arguing, I think, is the worst thing, because then they sit us down and say, you know, you guys are the best thing that you have in your life, and you know that, you know, we're never going to get something as good as in each other, and, you know, I think that's the worst thing. That gets on
Making you feel guilty?
But sometimes Sasha can be a bully. Like, you want me to tell the story?
That's a long story.
No, there's this really funny story.
It's a long story.
And I won't do that. You know, how much people join this class. And so I saw that magazine and it was like, oh, Bobby, you're in this. Because I've never seen Mommy in that.
Is it cool?
It's pretty cool because I usually see people like Angelina Jolie.
It's a real important people.
Real important people. No offense.
Mommy is important.
7-year-old Sasha is right. Mommy is important and down to earth, choosing to buy more affordable outfits instead of going the pricey designer route.
Yeah, we don't understand that.
And, you know, you've got
that.
this dress that made quite the frenzy.
Yeah.
Here's the $148 black and white leaf print dress in question from White House Black Market that Michelle originally wore in The View, which immediately flew off the racks. What does Mommy and Daddy think of their new fashion status?
You know, I've always loved clothes. He knows that. I think it's funny that he's involved in this fashion icon stuff because these pants he's had for probably about 10 years.
And that belt.
The belt's a little worn too, actually, now that I look at it.
And don't pan down to the shoes because we talked about getting new shoes for him. So I think...
Senator, I don't know. I think they got you here. I mean, I don't want to jump on the bandwagon or anything.
Just don't look too closely.
I'm baffled by this whole thing myself because I hate to shop.
He'll be happy to know that.
To say in this conversation.
But he'll be happy to know that, like, this is like a $30 dress.
I am happy to know
that. Happy?
Give me a skin for that.
So now, do you ever splurge and get her anything, you know, fancy?
I pay the credit card bill when it comes in.
What if you see a pair of Jimmy Choos on there or some Christian Louboutin?
He doesn't know anything about it, so we don't discuss it.
Smart.
We don't discuss
So smart.
It is true that a lot of times I buy her stuff and that's very nice. Do you have the receipt?
Yeah. No receipt.
We have your ties.
That's true. You love me some nice ties. I agree.
Are you guys having fun on the trail? Because you guys are off for the summer from school.
So what are you doing? You guys are in day camp, which is what you love to do.
Camp. It's really fun because every Tuesday and Thursday we go on really cool field trips.
Including one field trip to Six Flags where, just like any other kid, Senator Barack Obama's daughter, 10-year-old Malia, received no special treatment.
Let me tell you a very awful story.
Okay.
So I was very excited, and I was being tortured because my parents were not going to sign the form.
We were teasing her a little bit.
They were teasing, which is very...
Did you feel bad?
So then I finally got to go, and I was very excited. And we only had, I'd say, like 8 hours there. But we spent 4 hours on the bus because it took 2 hours to get there and 2 hours back.
So you really only got 4 hours.
For 4 hours.
How many rides did you ride on?
Two rides. Because all the rides were at least an hour
Well,
wait.
that's because you like going on all the big, scary
Yeah, the big,
roller coasters.
scary.
So, Sasha, is that why you feel bad for Malia? Because she only got 2 rides?
So I have convinced Mommy to maybe take us during the summer.
There you
So,
go.
you know, we can get there early and leave late.
We'll
Maybe.
see. We'll see. Would you rather be campaigning or going to camp?
But, you know, that's a hard question. It's fun, but camp is also exciting.
That's neat.
So.
Because there's like crazy hair day and old school day.
Oh, that's fun. We had 80s day.
That's what did you guys
They're just
dress up
A's.
as?
Oh, really?
That's
We
called
dressed
old
up
school
in-
now.
Which is
Sorry.
which is a sad thing. 80s day.
Yeah.
Malia
Like,
points
we
out a
used to
picture.
have a
Did you
50s
used to look like this when you were little?
It's like 60s day.
Yeah,
You didn't have to bring 50s day.
Afro. Daddy had a small afro.
He did?
Small. Yeah.